The greatest musicians push the boundaries of performance to shock, inspire, and leave spectators in awe. These are the moments that artists become legends. These are the stunts that made us all say, did that really just happen?
Remember me? I'm Iggy Pop.
First, it's our jumping off point with Iggy Pop's legendary stage dives. Hailed as the godfather of punk, it all began for Iggy Pop in the late 60s while he was with the Stooges, hurling himself into the audience, blurring the line between performer and fan.
A young, smart-ass rock singer trying to make an impression in New York City, and I had some of my most dangerous and some pretty nasty shows.
He didn't limit himself to just diving. He would often roll around on broken glass, covered himself in peanut butter, or smear glitter across his chest.
And a couple of them were stopped by the police.
Over the decades, his daring dives have become legendary, influencing countless performers and cementing his reputation as one of rock's most unpredictable and electrifying frontman. His antics were an inspiration for the punk rock madness that was about to take over in the 1980s. Oh yeah, pro tip, the main ingredient in a successful stage dive is a crowd. Iggy Pop may have invented the stage dive, but Eddie Vedder, he perfected it. The frontman of Pearl Jam became legendary for his fearless stage diving in the early 90s. In an age where trashing your instruments was expected, Vedder upped the stakes and put his own life on the line, scaling lighting rigs, climbing speaker stacks, and leaping from dangerous heights. He pushed the limits of what fans expected from a live performance.
He's up on this girder in San Diego that's 50 to 100 feet in the air, upside down, scaling it across, where he could die if he fell. He's dead. It used to make me crazy.
How the fuck am I doing?
Vedder said he got the idea when he was a teenager. He'd see all the rigging and think, that would be fun to climb.
It was close, it was intimate, it was a free-for-all, there was no distinction between the crowd and the band, and there was always this connection.
As soon as he got on stage, he made use of it. At one point, in 1992, he went for style points and dove off a camera crane. Rumor has it, his daredevil days ended when Kurt Cobain died, and he realized he was taking unnecessary risks.
You're gonna have to taper it down at some point.
Since then, others have tried to take his place up in the rafters, but he will forever be known as the GOAT of elevated stage diving.
It's the power of rock and roll.
Usually, when you think of onstage destruction, you think of breaking guitars or the occasional drum set. Most people don't know that you can also throw a keyboard. Most people aren't Trent Reznor.
Live, I think anger becomes a main source of energy to draw from.
9 Inch Nails, led by the enigmatic Trent Reznor, earned a reputation for their destructive live performances.
The shows become fairly visceral.
Mic stand? Oh, he'll throw it. Keyboard? Thrown. Guitar? See ya. Guy holding a guitar? Gone.
Oh great, there goes the band.
He will throw anything not nailed down.
300 shows, I think we're doing okay. No deaths yet.
In their greatest display of aggression on their Downward Spiral tour, they destroyed $160,000 worth of Gibson Les Pauls.
So that was pretty impressive.
They've since toned down their act, but their legacy as one of the most destructive acts in the business lives on. At this point, Alice Cooper is known as much for his pageantry of gore as he is for his music.
I'm a model citizen.
Nothing sums this up more than his guillotine act. It's one of the most unforgettable moments in rock history, blending horror and showmanship. During his live performances, Cooper would stage a mock execution where he was beheaded by a life-sized guillotine, complete with a dramatic build-up and a falling blade.
There's that moment of going, die, die, die.
His performances have thrilled fans and outraged critics, sparking accusations of glorifying violence. Whether you're a fan of the Sex Pistols or not, we can all agree that Sid Vicious isn't known for his technical abilities on the bass.
And I have a good figure and girls like me.
So how did he become a household name in the music game? That's where his onstage antics came into play. During a particularly wild performance in 1978, Sid took punk's raw aggression to horrifying new heights by smashing a beer bottle and using the shards to carve his own chest.
Vicious is a good word to describe it.
Blood poured as he continued to thrash on stage, unfazed and unfiltered.
We aren't nice boys. We were nasty little bastards.
This shocking act cemented his reputation as one of rock's most unhinged performers, unknowingly foreshadowing the tragic spiral of his short life.
Hello, I'm Donita Sparks from L7.
L7 gained widespread attention with their album Bricks Are Heavy, featuring the hit single Pretend We're Dead. The song was great, but what really captured the hearts and minds of fans took place at the Reading Festival in 1992.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
They were in the middle of a who's who grunge elite on the lineup that featured Nirvana. However, when the crowd started hurling mud at the band, lead singer Donita Sparks took it to another level and fought back.
All right, I got a little present for y'all.
She politely removed her tampon and hurled it into the crowd.
Eat my used tampon. Oh, Jesus.
The response was mixed, but diehard fans started a tradition of tossing tampons on the stage with I love you written on them. I guess what goes around comes around.
Watch out for tuberculosis.
The German industrial metal band Rammstein has redefined live music performances with their jaw-dropping use of pyrotechnics, making fire a main element of their shows.
Rammstein in it is always something to expect.
From fireballs shooting into the air to flamethrowers worn by band members. Till Lindemann, a licensed pyrotechnician, often wields custom devices such as a flame-throwing mask or wings that ignite during performances. Of course he does.
When Rammstein plays, that we create such a huge energy, and fire is also part of it, because, if you burn some, you create some kind of energy.
These eyebrow-melting displays have become just as important as the music of Rammstein's concerts. Well, there you have it, the most destructive, dangerous, and epic onstage antics so far. Now it's time for the next generation of musicians to pick up the torch and take it to the next level. And when they do, we'll be there in the front row. Thanks for watching.